British warships of 300 years ago were so advanced, hundreds of powerful cannons spread from side to side. The total weight of the ship was over 2,000 tons, and the crew was unimaginably large. No wonder they dominated the world. Let's take a look at the cargo hold at the bottom, where hundreds of tons of water, cookies, beef, butter, etc. are stored. There's also an armory with hundreds of tons of shells, and 30 tons of gunpowder wrapped in copper to keep out the rats. And now, to the lowest deck. We can see that there are grills on every deck of the ship for ventilation and transfer of goods, and a large area in the middle of the deck is used to hang hammocks for sleeping. There are also 2 ammo storage rooms on this level. To ensure safety, the lanterns in the magazines are wrapped in glass. This is the sail room of the ship. There's also a carpenter's room and a repair shop. At the front is the weapons room, where all the long and short guns are placed. On the upper deck is the heavy gun deck. This is the most intimidating deck. Cannons weighing more than 100 tons cover all areas. Each gun is manned by 8 sailors. The guns are moved from side to side by a system of ropes and pulleys. The distance between the cannons is controlled by trapezoidal blocks that move back and forth. There's also an ingenious mechanism. When the sailors turn the pumps, a circular leather chain below brings up water from the cargo hold. The water is carried up through removable wooden tubes to the outer drain pipes. The next level up is the medium gun deck. There are 28 medium power guns on this level. Sailors enter through this door. At the top is the infirmary. There was even a galley. This allowed the sailors to have a hot meal even during the war. Behind the deck, there's the officers' mess and the pantry. The walls were designed to be collapsible to make room for the cannons in case of war. On the upper deck were the less powerful batteries. At the very front, there's an open-air latrine. In the back, there's a laundry room. In the center is the ventilation window for the kitchen below. And in a box next to it, rifles and pistols. At the stern is the Admiral's dining area and quarters. There's a lot of space. There's even a toilet in the corner. The top deck is the captain's quarters. The captain's lounge is very luxurious and also has a private toilet. This is the captain's secretary's room, and opposite is the captain's cabin. The rudder is in the center, connected to the structure below by a rope. A metal ring on the stem transmits the rope to the tensioning devices on both sides. The steering wheel on top of the rudder is controlled by this ingenious structure, which turns the stem from side to side, thus determining the direction of the rudder blades. Next to the rudder are 2 compasses and a lantern in the center, a row of buckets on the top to extinguish fires. There were 6 cannons on both sides. On the middle deck are boats of all sizes. The ship had 7 anchors, each weighing more than 4.5 tons. There's a crane on each side of the beam. Raising and lowering the anchors was a huge task, requiring hundreds of sailors to do it at the same time. The sails are even more complicated. The ropes alone make one's head spin. But Britain became the empire of the sunset with these ships.